Hi, I'm Rabbi Alon Ferenczi of Heska Emunah Synagogue in Knoxville, Tennessee. Here to you, continuing a series of midweek Torah talks to get you thinking ahead to the Torah reading of the Shabbat to come this Saturday. We're about to read Genesis, chapters around chapter 24, the stories just after the death of Zara. This Parashat, this Torah section is called The Life of Zara, ironically. I'll address that in another format. But there is a section where Abraham sends his servant Eliezer to seek out a bride for his boy Isaac. And Eliezer has the encounter with Rebekah at the well. He recounts the encounter to her father. He recounts it again. And what we note elsewhere is that there is something quite precious about what he says. That so many events in the Torah and in Hebrew Bible are told only once, and sometimes scantly at that. But something about this encounter at the well and the acquiring of love for Isaac is worth recounting more than once. Why? There's something suggested to me about the events of love and marriage and intimate relation, whether it's two friends, husband and wife, husband and husband, person and community. In any situation of intimacy, we tell the same stories again and again. We get used to each other's jokes and nuances and moves and subtleties. That's a piece of intimacy, is overcoming the novelty in a certain way and being okay with hearing the same story and the same laughter again and again, rewatching a favorite movie like Casablanca. The other thing that's quite fascinating to many of our sages about this week's Torah reading is we call it Chayye Zara, the life of Sarah. And it begins with a recounting of all the years that she lived prior to her death. In fact, the first active moment of the story is Sarah's death and Abraham's acquisition of a funeral plot, a burial plot for her. And our sages, Al-Sheikh, writing in the medieval period, notes that this recounting of her life, likewise with Abraham, is to indicate that their lives were lived in fullness and richness, that every day, as they are told, was lived to the full, to its maximum. They lived together also fully. And so I think there's a lot of lessons to take from our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, about the ways to live a life in intimacy and companionship, and the ways in which we savor tender moments, even repeating the same jokes we've heard dozens of times before. And that intimacy with a partner, with a friend, with a coworker, is about that shared rhythm and the ability to accept each other even when we may not be so novel and even a bit redundant. Shabbat Shalom. If you enjoy talks like this and others like it, please do like, share, and subscribe to Eclectic Cleric, one word, on YouTube. God bless.